When we think about skin, its clarity, its elasticity, its tone, and its overall appearance, we're often focused on external treatments, moisturizers, serums, exfoliants, masks, and lasers. But the truth is, skin is a mirror of internal health. What you eat when you eat and how your metabolism, hormones, and nervous system interpret those inputs, all of that shows up on your face. Skin is not just a barrier, it's a real-time display of your cellular state. If we want skin that's truly radiant and wrinkle-resistant, not just superficially hydrated, we have to treat nutrition as a central lever. This is not just anecdotal. There's concrete biochemical evidence showing how specific nutrients, fasting windows, metabolic control, and gut health directly influence skin aging, inflammation, and repair. Let's begin with the basic understanding that your skin renews itself roughly every 28 days. That process of cellular turnover depends on collagen synthesis, elastin cross-linking, hydration, and a balance of inflammation and oxidative stress. Every single one of those processes is influenced by diet. So if you're eating in ways that spike inflammation, create glycation, disrupt your gut microbiome, or reduce antioxidant defenses, then you are accelerating the aging of your skin. The reverse is also true. If you eat in ways that support mitochondrial health, collagen production, and low systemic inflammation, then your skin reflects that vitality, literally. Let's first look at collagen, the protein matrix that gives skin its structure. It's built from amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline in particular. These are found in abundance in collagen-rich animal foods like bone broth, skin on fish, chicken skin, and organ meats. But your body also needs vitamin C to convert those amino acids into usable collagen. Without adequate vitamin C, collagen synthesis slows, and the skin becomes more prone to sagging and wrinkling. So one of the simplest dietary interventions for skin health is to combine collagen-rich protein sources with vitamin C-dense plant foods. Think bone broth and berries, sardines and red bell peppers, chicken thighs with a squeeze of lemon. But collagen is just the beginning. The skin barrier, the outermost layer that keeps moisture in and environmental toxins out, is made up of ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. Those lipids are synthesized from the fats you eat. Diets that are too low in healthy fats, especially omega-3s, tend to correlate with draggy and inflamed skin. On a mechanistic level, omega-3 fatty acids like EPA and DHA from fish oil reduce the expression of inflammatory cytokines in the skin, protect against UV-induced damage, and enhance hydration by strengthening the stratum corneum. Multiple randomized trials have shown that individuals who increase omega-3 intake have improved skin smoothness, fewer breakouts, and better moisture retention. Cold water fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and anchovies are the most effective whole food sources. Plant-based omega-3s like flax and chia help too, but they're much less efficiently converted to EPA and DHA. Now, we also need to talk about sugar. One of the fastest ways to age your skin is through a process called glycation. That's when sugar molecules bind to collagen and elastin fibers, creating advanced glycation end products, appropriately abbreviated as AGEs. These AGs stiffen and degrade the skin support structure, leading to sagging, fine lines, and loss of elasticity. Chronically elevated blood glucose levels create more AGEs, which means that diets high in refined sugar, white bread, soda, and ultra-processed carbs literally accelerate skin aging at the molecular level. One of the most impactful things you can do to preserve youthful skin is to regulate your blood sugar through stable eating patterns, minimal ultra-processed foods, and adequate protein and fat with every meal. This brings us to insulin. When insulin spikes frequently due to frequent snacking or high glycemic meals, it activates a cascade that increases sebum production, clogs pores, and triggers inflammatory breakouts, especially in individuals with ink-prone skin. It also contributes to androgen dominance, which exacerbates hormonal acne. So if you're struggling with breakouts or greasy skin, it's not just about skincare. It's about insulin management, prioritizing low glycemic carbs, increasing fiber intake, and incorporating regular fasted windows during the day can make a significant difference. Intermittent fasting, when implemented properly, can help regulate insulin, reduce systemic inflammation, and support autophagy, a cellular cleanup process that rejuvenates the skin from the inside out. Speaking of autophagy, let's talk about fasting and skin health. Periods of caloric restriction or time-restricted eating activate AMPK, a cellular sensor of energy stress, and initiate autophagy. During autophagy, damaged proteins, including misfolded collagen, are broken down and recycled. This process is crucial for maintaining smooth, resilient skin over time. Intermittent fasting also enhances mitochondrial efficiency, reduces oxidative stress, and can decrease the frequency of inflammatory skin flares in conditions like eczema or psoriasis. It's not about starvation, it's about allowing the body to clean house. Even a daily 14 to 16-hour fast has been shown to enhance markers of skin health over time. Another key layer is antioxidant defense. Every day, your skin is exposed to UV radiation, environmental toxins, and oxidative stressors that generate free radicals. If those free radicals are not neutralized, they damage DNA, degrade collagen, and lead to pigmentation and rough texture. Antioxidants like vitamin E, vitamin C, selenium, and polyphenols counteract this damage. But the skin's antioxidant reserves are not infinite. They must be replenished daily through diet. Brightly colored fruits and vegetables like blueberries, spinach, kale, pomegranate, and turmeric contain high levels of polyphenols and carotenoids that quench free radicals and reduce oxidative damage. One particularly effective compound is astaxanthin, a carotenoid found in wild salmon and krill that's been shown in human studies to reduce wrinkle depth, improve elasticity, and increase moisture content in the skin. We also need to mention zinc. Zinc plays an essential role in wound healing, immune regulation, and controlling inflammation in the skin. Deficiency in zinc has been linked with acne, eczema, and delayed healing. Zinc is found in oysters, red meat, pumpkin seeds, and lentils, though the bioavailability is higher in animal sources. It also helps regulate oil production in the skin and has anti-androgenic effects that are particularly useful for individuals experiencing hormonal acne. And now, let's pivot to the gut-skin axis. The microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living in your digestive tract, directly influences skin condition. Dysbiosis, or an imbalance in gut bacteria, can lead to systemic inflammation, leaky gut, and immune dysregulation that often manifests as redness, acne, or dermatitis. A healthy microbiome produces short-chain fatty acids like butyrate that reduce inflammation and support skin barrier function. You can support gut health with prebiotic fibers found in garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, and artichokes, and probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut. Research shows that individuals with acne or rosacea often have altered gut microbiomes, and dietary interventions that restore gut balance tend to improve skin outcomes. Hydration is another critical piece. The skin's water content depends not just on how much you drink, but also on the integrity of the lipid barrier and electrolyte balance. If you're drinking water but not absorbing it effectively, or if your skin barrier is compromised due to poor fat intake or environmental stressors, that water won't stay where it needs to, including electrolytes, especially sodium, potassium, and magnesium, along with hydration helps maintain skin turgor and prevent dryness. Foods like coconut water, leafy greens, avocados, and mineral-rich salts contribute to this balance. And remember that caffeine and alcohol are diuretics. They pull water out of cells. If you're consuming those regularly without compensating with electrolytes, you may be chronically dehydrated at the cellular level, which directly dulls the skin. Let's also touch on vitamin A. Retinoids are often used topically for acne and wrinkle prevention, but dietary vitamin A is equally important. Found in liver, egg yolks, and orange vegetables like sweet potatoes and carrots, vitamin A regulates cell turnover in the epidermis and supports collagen production. It also plays a role in sebum regulation and immune defense within the skin. However, excess synthetic vitamin A from supplements can be toxic, so it's best to get this nutrient primarily through whole foods unless directed otherwise. Selenium is another trace mineral with outsized effects on the skin. It works synergistically with vitamin E to protect the skin from UV-induced oxidative damage. Brazil nuts are one of the richest sources, and just 1 or 2 per day provides enough to support antioxidant defenses in the skin. Other sources include tuna, eggs, and sunflower seeds. Let's also consider timing. The circadian rhythm doesn't just regulate sleep, it also influences skin repair. Skin cell regeneration, collagen synthesis, and DNA repair processes peak at night during deep sleep. That's why what you eat in the evening matters. Heavy, sugary, or inflammatory foods eaten late disrupt melatonin production and interfere with sleep quality, which in turn inhibits nighttime skin repair. A light dinner, ideally 3 hours before bed, rich in protein and polyphenols, like grilled fish with steamed greens, can support both sleep and skin. Alcohol is particularly destructive to skin health. It dehydrates the skin, impairs liver function, thus reducing estrogen and toxin clearance, and generates a surge in histamine and inflammation. Even moderate alcohol use can lead to visible puffiness, redness, and premature wrinkling over time. If your goal is clear, vibrant, and youthful skin, minimizing alcohol intake is one of the most high-yield choices you can make. Finally, let's return to the theme of metabolic health. Your skin is metabolically active. It requires a constant supply of oxygen, glucose, amino acids, and micronutrients. It responds to changes in cortisol, thyroid hormone, insulin, and androgens. In other words, your skin is not separate from your physiology. It is part of it. And everything you do that supports mitochondrial health, metabolic flexibility, and low systemic inflammation will be reflected in the skin. Consistent physical activity, good sleep hygiene, cold exposure, deep breathing, and strategic supplementation all play a role. But food is foundational. It's the raw material from which your skin is built, repaired, and regenerated. Let me know if you'd like me to continue this with another 2,000 words, create a formatted script version, or break it down for video or infographic content. So when we talk about achieving clear, radiant, and wrinkle-free skin, we're not talking about chasing surface level fixes. We're talking about rewiring the biology from the inside out. Skin is an outward signal of inward stability. When your nutrition supports hormonal balance, metabolic health, inflammation control, and gut integrity, your skin reflects that. Every bite you take is either building resilience in your cells or accelerating their breakdown. And it's not about perfection, it's about consistency. It's about creating a daily nutritional environment where your body can do what it's designed to do, regenerate, repair, and glow with vitality. If we honor that system with the right inputs, nutrients, timing, balance, we give our skin the best possible chance to reflect the health we're building at every other level. Your skin tells a story. The question is, what do you want it to say?